If you want a Superlight, look at this mouse first. This is the ATK A9 Air, and it may just be the best alternative out there right now. At a glance, the A9 Air is essentially a lighter, cheaper Superlight clone. I'll be comparing it to the Emcho's A7 V2 in lieu of a real Superlight. Because I'm poor. The mouse usually retails for $80, but it's currently on sale for only $70 at the time of recording. Slightly more expensive than the A7, so let's see if it's worth it. The box is stacked with accessories. With the mouse, you get 2 sets of big skates, 1 set of smaller ones, and a set of 8 dots as well. You also get a charging cable along with a really cool dongle and a manual. On top of this, they give you color-matched grip tape, seeming to be the exact same one that Emcho's uses. I'll come back to all of these, but first, the coating. It's a soft touch, matte finish with a very dry feel. In my A7 review, I said its coating is dry/chalky. I actually misspoke, as when comparing it against the A9, the coating on the A7 is noticeably more rubberized. They are both good, it just depends on your preference. I personally am not partial to either one. You can get the mouse in black, white, orange, or even in a Super Strike knockoff colorway. The mouse is built perfectly fine, though there is minor flexing on the base if you push hard enough, but nothing to worry about. There are minor design differences versus the A7. The side buttons don't protrude as much and the skate cutouts are much larger. The A7s are closer to the traditional GPX2 style. The bottom design is similar to the A7, but no Bluetooth support and no receiver to be stored, so no cubbyhole. It uses the Pixart 3950 as well as ATK's own Superlight optical switches. The mechanicals on the A7 were a sore point for some, so this rectifies that issue. Clicks are light enough and spammable with minimal side play. Pre and post travel are pretty similar to the A7, I could not tell a difference in game. I use both of these with 4 milliseconds debounce and I could not care less which is which. Here's a side-by-side sound test so you can judge for yourself. The mouse is advertised at 47 ± 3 grams. It comes in around 47 grams with the dots, closer to 50 with larger skates. Still about 8 to 10 grams lighter than the A7 or a Superlight. While we're talking about skates, you get multiple options. The standard ones are grey, slightly slower than pure white PTFE but smooth and very much usable. The dot skates though are basically unusable on any kind of soft pad. The cutouts are too deep for them and they are very small, so you'll get shell contact even on something like a QCK, so unfortunately these are hard pad only. Moving on to software, the mouse is supported by ATK's WebDriver, and they do offer a downloadable version, but I did not bother with it. The WebDriver is perfectly serviceable, laid out clearly enough with all of your usual features you'd see, like click debounce, sensor rotation, motion sync and whatnot. Another thing we finally see is that you can bind any of the buttons to switch between onboard configs. This is a feature that was missing on the A7, so anyone who has specific configs for different tasks or games, you can now bind the DPI button for instance to switch between them. Very good inclusion. This is also where you can customize the dongle to show different things, like polling rate or to serve as a battery indicator. This can be really handy. I recommend setting it to blink when the battery is low, so you can plug it in on the fly. It's nice to see included. Some of it is still in Chinese, but it's usable. Overall, I still prefer Emcho's driver. It's more clearly laid out and easier to navigate to me personally, but with a little bit of polish, this would be on the same level. The mouse is equipped with a 300 mAh battery and the performance is solid on standard and competitive modes, but the max firmware drains it fast. I only got about a day and a half on max. I stuck to 1000 Hz since I don't feel higher polling is worth the trade-off. Just a small side note, the landing page for the mouse states that it has an 800 mAh battery, but you'll see this only applies to the Ultra Max and Ultimate versions, not the Air once you scroll down to the spec sheet. I hope they correct this to avoid any confusion. Charging wise, it's a mixed bag. The mouse charges to full in around an hour or so, but the cable feels like something from 2016. It's way thicker than it needs to be and stiffer than a blind man at a fish market. Even in a bungee with plenty of slack, it is miserable. So if you're using a rougher pad, you're going to feel tons of cable drag. They didn't even angle the stress relief to try and reduce this. On the off chance that it does die on you mid-game, you'll feel punishment. I'd like to see this cable changed. ATK can do a lot better. In-game, the mouse is fine. Shocker, I know. No surprises, no issues, just a safe and consistent experience. To conclude, is this mouse worth your money? If you already have the A7, I wouldn't upgrade. The A9 is lighter and has opticals, but I'd still say the A7 is the better all-rounder, and also cheaper. If you really want a lighter shell, dislike mechanical switches, or don't care about Bluetooth, then the A9 Air is the one to have. Overall, it's a very solid pick if you're min-maxing, but in my opinion, the A7 V2 still offers slightly better value for money. It really just comes down to what aspects of a mouse are important to you. That's it from me. Thank you for watching, and like and subscribe if you'd want to see more.